All right. 3, 2, 1. Just kidding. Kyle, how's your day been?
It's been going pretty well.
How's everyone doing today? SwasAye back with another episode of Rocket League Decision Making. Today I'm with a special player, SwasAye. This guy has so much time in ranked that he's actually unranked. Overall, I think it's about 30 hours played, maybe a little bit more. And one more thing to know about him, he is the capture the flag glow stick tag guru. This dude, we used to play in high school, and always a perennial winner. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Just so we don't keep people waiting, let's jump into these 10 questions. Number 1, what type of game mode do you prefer? 1s, 2s, 3s, or something else?
I think I find myself pulling more towards the 3s more than anything.
Okay. Number 2, what is your overall style in Rocket League?
I like to think myself as a more defensive player and let my allies take more control of the ball.
Okay. Do you think a certain style works better than others?
I think it's more about knowing where to be, but if you're willing to take that risk, it's a risk reward. So if you take that shot, get that killer aerial, you might end up making a sweet play.
All right. I like that thought process. Do you warm up before you play?
Since I really don't find myself in competitive much, I don't think I need to warm up, so I just hop in and have a good time.
All right. And then that'll quickly transition into question number 4. SwasAye, do you do any training? Do you do any free play, any packs, anything like that?
There was that built-in training when the game first came out. You can set your level of Rookie, Pro, and All-Star. I did all those on any different mode that they had, but I never downloaded the extra training packs that are now available.
Okay. Do you think that would be something that you'd be interested in now?
That would definitely be something, if I played a lot more, that I would go back and look at again for sure.
Okay. Now question number 5 before we transition into these tougher questions. Do you ever watch anyone else play Rocket League?
When I first got into Rocket League, I found myself on the subreddit quite a bit, and I would just watch the top plays and things happening sorted by the top videos on the subreddit.
All right, and just to be fair, it's still the nuttiest of the nutty on that subreddit. Some of those plays are absolutely insane. But sticking along with that theme, did you ever watch anyone on YouTube or Twitch or anything like that?
There was no one I followed specific. I just found myself spending a few minutes pretty much every day looking at some of the craziest plays people put up there.
All right, perfect. Well, let's jump into these tougher questions. SwasAye, Kyle, what got you into Rocket League?
What initially got me into Rocket League was it was available during a free download on the PlayStation Network, and I looked at it, wasn't sure what it was about, but after 1 or 2 matches, I was instantly hooked.
And I think most people end up feeling the same way. This game is one of those things that when it catches, it catches. Also, Psionics, if you're watching, more free play weekends. Let's get some more players into this. But let's move on. Kyle, you can only choose one. Which do you think is more important, mechanics or a rotation or game knowledge sense?
I think a rotation is pretty key. Positioning, I think, would better define that. Knowing where to put your car in the right moment rather than having a certain mechanic knowledge. I think that's basic enough that one can understand, but having to be in a certain place at a certain time could mean the difference between winning a game and losing a game.
All right, nice. That's very unique to hear from someone with maybe a little bit more than 30 hours. What is one thing that you wish you knew before you started out?
One thing I wish I knew about were those extra downloadable trading packs that you could do to especially improve on some of the more advanced mechanics.
All right. And now these are the 2 tougher questions. Number 1, what is your biggest weakness?
I would say my biggest weakness would overall be aerials. It's something I've always struggled with, primarily on a more defensive role.
Okay. Maybe we can find some of these training packs to work on that. Hint, hint. Where that's called a callback. Let's jump into question number 10. This is the important one. Kyle, what is your biggest strength?
I think my biggest strength would be knowing where I need to put myself in the moment. I think I have a good overall sense of where everyone's car is at. So if I can make that play either on the defensive side or offensive side to be in the right spot, I think is my key strength there.
All right, perfect. Well, next time everyone hears your voice and my voice at the same time, it'll be us looking at your replay, choosing a few key moments. And it'll just take 1 second. Welcome back, everyone. Part 2 Rocket League decision making. Back here with SwasAye77. SwasAye, are you ready?
I believe my body is ready.
Okay, fantastic. We're going to jump into it. I have 4 key moments and a little bit of a bonus type thing for you. Number 1's going to happen relatively quickly. I want to know... I'm gonna get my car out of the way. Right here. What's going through your mind in this situation? It seems kind of like it's a little bit of a scramble. Are you thinking anything specifically?
The only thing at the moment that, looking back, I realized is that we're all on this side of the field and no one is in position to potentially score that goal at the far end.
Okay. So, part 2 to that, easy enough. Are you happy with how it worked out? Did it work out the way you wanted it to?
I don't know if it was exactly what I was trying to do, but they didn't end up getting a score off it, so that's good enough for me.
Spoken like a true winner. I'm going to bring up that kind of, or 5th point, I should say, now, and then we'll get back to it near the end of the video. We are going to see what looks like a great off-the-back wall pass, and I'm going to bring to your attention right now that quite often throughout this video, we're going to see that you have over 80 boost, at some point, at some points, even 100 boost, and I'm going to ask another question about that at the end. Yeah, there's definitely going to be these times where right here we're seeing, you know, quite a bit of boost, but that's not important. We're going to see a little bit of a major fake from about 5 different players right there. Key moment number 2, though. This is a hell of a moment. So right now, ball's coming off this teammate SwasAye's car. What's going through your mind in this situation?
So again, I see both my teammates are on our side of the field, so there's no real chance for us to score off it. So my whole thing is if I can somehow get my car in a position to either score or take a pass or something, because I'm the only one on a relatively scoring side of the field at the moment.
Okay. So I'll ask you, does shooting cross your mind in this situation?
I will say no. You know, if I'm looking at this, I would more than likely pass back to a teammate or even just center the ball to someone potentially for them to score.
All right, well, let's take a look. We're going to see this ball come in, and we're going to see a rocket far post. Literally unsavable. So I'll ask you one more time. Is there anything else you could have wanted from that key moment right there?
Personally, no, but I have to admit it was more luck than anything. All I was trying to do, again, was more center it than that, but I'm much happier that I did score off it, obviously.
Fantastic. You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. He planned it the entire time. He wanted to be selfish and score that one. Just kidding. He's in penultimate teammate. So, key moment number 3, though. It comes at us quick in this situation. Right here, we're going to see you almost mirroring the opponent in this scenario. You're the only one back. What's going through your mind here?
So, I know because I'm the only one between that opponent and the goal, I need to at least get in the way or make some kind of challenge to disrupt his movement or the ball, anything I can do to prevent it from getting anywhere close to our goal.
Okay, let's watch it. We're going to see a little bit of a stop there, but it does seem like it buys just enough time for a teammate to get back. So, easy enough for key moment number 3. Are you happy with how that worked out?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I definitely would have done something different looking at it now, but
what do you think you
in
would have
the
done
general,
differently?
I backed up in this case, but I think I would have been a little more aggressive and maybe try to attack the ball directly, or even go for a demo possibly.
Okay. Teammates banging. The pressure is on them right now. So right here, this ball's coming to you in the center. Let's play it one more second. Right now, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is my moment. I'm in like prime scoring position. All I got to do is get a decent shot. There is someone directly in the goal, but I got to go for it. It's right here.
Okay. So, we're actually going to see what looks like a great pass to your teammate, Mikey J. Figbins. I'm going to say that's not calculated in the scenario. What would you have done differently?
It's hard to say at the moment. I think with my particular set of skills, I think I tried pretty much what I wanted to do was hit it somewhat toward the goal, and it really didn't work out. I needed more of an angle or more power to get that a little closer to either myself scoring or someone else.
So that's more of what I'm alluding to in that scenario. Is that more of like a mechanical shortcoming? The decision was there. You wanted to rip, right?
Yeah, I definitely intended to score. I wanted to see if I could make that goal, but I just didn't end up having the follow-through there.
It'll be a matter of no time until you're banging them home like the rest of us. Michael Scott, that's what she said. Now, I said I was going to bring it up. We do see quite a few times in this video that you have 100 boost. Do you like playing conservatively with your boost? Do you wish you attack the ball a little bit more, or does it work for you?
I think it works for me because there are moments where I have 100 boost, and it might make the difference between potentially hitting a ball and missing it completely.
Okay.
So I tend to play a little more passive, so having that 100 boost just kind of in my back pocket in an emergency situation is kind of comforting and a little more relaxed to let me focus more on the game.
So I ask 2 important questions at the end of every single video. Number 1, would you change anything that happened?
I think one of the only thing I would change at this point looking at it would be to get myself involved in the match a little more. Maybe set up a pass here or there, get another touch or two on the ball. I played a little more passive than even for my play style, looking at back at the footage.
Do you think that's because of the fact that, you knew that you were recording?
I think it's more due to the fact that I knew the skill level of my teammates.
Okay.
And knowing their particular tier and what they can do allowed me to let them maybe take a little more of the limelight.
Okay. All right. And then number 2, overall, are you happy with your decisions?
I would say generally I am. I didn't make any blasphemous mistakes that were causing us the game necessarily. There were 1 or 2 little things I would change, but overall I'm definitely satisfied with the things I did.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent to hear. I appreciate you so very much for coming on this. I ask every single person if there's anything they want to plug or talk about at the end of it. I'll be honest, Knight Solaire, Kyle, I've known you for a long time. I don't think you do a lot of social media. However, you are involved with computers. Is there anything you want to PSA for anyone?
Well, all I got to say is I'm excited to see this channel grow and look at its progress. I've been here since day 1 to now be involved and hopefully to see it climb the charts and make its way into much more popular sites.
Hey, I love hearing that. Thank you very much. We will see you in 1 second for my final thoughts. All right, time for some final thoughts. Let's just jump right into it. I enjoyed that Kyle played passively more often than not. Very rarely was this guy out of position, and that's great to see, especially for someone who's unranked. He really doesn't even have that much time in this game. Number two, I love that he was always actively trying to get a teammate involved. It is unbelievably important, and how you pick teams apart. And number three, the best thing about Knight Solaire is that he understood his limitations, and I know that he's been working hard to improve. So hopefully, maybe, we'll be excited to see Kyle back for one more. You never know. I think that would be a good time. Maybe you do too. So, final time, big thanks to Knight Solaire. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If there's anything you want to talk about, drop a comment down below. I want people to be more active. And if you'd like to see more of these, they tend to come out every Friday. Hit that subscribe button. Other than that, see you for the next one. Thanks.